most of my day and most of my time is spent dealing with people and talking to people and communicating with them, and or at the very least they're reading stuff that I've written or whatever it might be. So I think the first thing is, despite the fact that it's seen as quite a sort of geeky industry, full of sort of insecure, shy young males, we do have quite a lot of those, but they're not necessarily in the design side of things. Because you just sort of can't be. You can't be someone that's going to be a bit introverted and just sits there and sits at his desk and works and doesn't speak to anyone, because it's all about speaking to people. So that's the first thing. You need to be, and this is what always gets nice when you talk about yourself, but you need to be a little bit, well, personable, let's say, at the very least. You need to be passionate about it. That's even more important somewhere other than Relentless in many ways, because you are expected to work ridiculous hours, and you kind of have to live and breathe it. You still have to be passionate about it, Relentless, of course, but it's just perhaps a different kind of passion, because the hope is that you're also the kind of person that has a life outside of work, which for a lot of people was impossible at previous companies and so on, because there just wasn't the time for it. Because of the kind of games we're trying to make, which are all about appealing to a very broad audience and not just gamers, having other interests, spending time with people, having a social life is actually just as important as spending your whole weekend playing the latest video games. As much as that helps, and it's good to have an understanding of games, it's more important to have an understanding of what kind of normal people are interested in many ways. But also on the gaming side, you do still need to have an absolute understanding of what makes games work, and not just video games, kind of all kinds of games, and understand why people want to play them. So whether it's, you could arguably call a crossword a game. Why do people want to sit and play a crossword? Why do people want to play cards? Why do people want to play board games? Why do people spend time playing terrible pub quiz machines? And so you have to get an understanding of what it is that makes people want to play, whatever it is that they're playing.